Welcome back to Farming Simulator 25 with the Rude Man. I think I'm on live. You never know. I'm not the only one. I've seen other people start off streams and say, "Am I on live? Is there anybody here?" And they're looking around. Oh, I guess I could use some light. Oh, man. No, I can't see. I'm blind. That's bright. Tell you what. What was I doing here? Oh, I was working on getting these things running again. Okay, but that one's in backwards, so I need to run around to the front, I guess. Hey, Scorp. How you feeling? Did they ever find out what your blood's doing? They just announced a Witcher 3 remaster, free for people who already own the original, and a new DLC coming out early next year. Oh, sweet. It's funny because The Witcher came out and I had it. And it took me 3 or 4 or 5 years before I finally played it. How's this door shut? It pushed me in. Hey, let me out. And then close the door when I'm not in it. There we go. Need to get to this water tank here. Witcher 3, Witcher 3 remastered. Well, you know, it doesn't look that bad as it is. So I wonder what the remaster is going to be. Okay, so there we go. One last hurrah for Geralt passes the torch. Yeah, because it's going to be the girl now, isn't it? On the new game, it's the girl. I think. All right, so this should start working. Wait a minute. Why is that one not got anything in it? Oh, it does. Those must be onions. Okay. It just doesn't pop up like these over here. Alrighty. Well, everything looks like it's growing. It's growing. It's growing. Well, and I made a ton of money. I made almost 4 million because if you remember, I bought something in the last stream. It took me down to almost nothing. It took me to $500,000. And so just from selling all this stuff that was done here. That is loud. All right, let's look into that because I think that needs some potatoes or something. Let's see. Coffee greenhouse, sugar mill, preserved food, artisan chip factory. Okay, so we've got canola oil in it. We've got chili peppers. But what are we missing? I was doing this right here, chili chips, wasn't I? I'm missing potatoes, I guess. Yeah, I got canola oil and chili peppers. Yeah, I'm missing potatoes, so let's grab some potatoes. And, whoa. Man, Andy's working up a storm and I didn't even know it. Siri, yeah. Siri's going to be headlining. I haven't been to the doctor yet for that. I got a call today, I have a cracked molar, and they're going to do a crown on it. It's going to cost me $1,700 because I don't have insurance. And they schedule it for months out. But I got a call this morning, and they've got somebody canceled an appointment tomorrow, so they want to know if I want to come in. So I'm going in tomorrow and spend $1,700, I guess. Okay, so this field is huge. Is that my farm? What is this? Yeah. Okay, I know where I'm at then. Okay, it's this first big field here. And then I got this one, and I got this one. And I think this is the one I just bought, isn't it? Oh my God, that's going to take a lot of work. Needs liming and plowing. So where's my limerator? I gotta go find it. It's already on the field. So what's it doing? What did I have? Oh, it's got fertilizer on it. Okay. Does this whole field already have fertilizer? It does. It's got 50%. Now, the other 50% will go on when I plant the crop. So I usually fertilize first, and then lime, and then plow. And then when I seed, it'll put the other 50% on of fertilizer with the planter. So all I need to do is take this guy and give it some lime. There we go. Throw some lime on there. Make sure it's working. It's not working. Okay, so I'm wasting my time. All right, let's stop it. So what I'm thinking is it wants me to plow it first and then put the lime on. And I don't know why it does that. That's crazy. Do you want the lime sitting on top of the dirt, or would you want it plowed under? I don't know. It seemed to me like you'd want it plowed under, but, you know, I'm no farmer. I just play one on YouTube. So, you know, I don't know. What do I know? All I know is if I had lime, I'd need coconuts to put it in, so... Oh, really? Are you kidding? I didn't know that. Oh, man. Every time I turn around, it's somebody else. Did you tell Mom, Jeff? All right, let's check this. And it's not what I want. So let's do that. And we've got Rob working. Oh yeah, she's taking care of some insurance. We keep getting letters from our insurance company saying that they're paying something that we've never got. It's fraud. So we're being charged on our welfare, our Medicare. We get these letters from Medicare. We're paying this, and it's not anything that we use. It's like some lumbar support or some walking cane, something or other. What in the world is it going on? Signal loss. Well, hopefully it finds me again. Come on, stop. We get it all the time. We'll get letters from our Medicare that says that we've got a scooter that they're charging us for. It's all fraud. It's fraud. And so we call them and tell them, hey, this is fraud. Don't pay this. They come in all the time. We get 2 or 3 a month, big bills for thousands of dollars on something we didn't get and don't need. And so if it's happening this much to us, how much fraud is there out there? Most of the calls that we get on our land, we still have a landline. Carol doesn't want to give it up. And it's probably a good thing because we don't use our phones like most people do. We barely ever use our cell phones. And you guys know the only reason I use mine is because it's hooked to my arm for my diabetes. If it wasn't, this would be in a drawer someplace, and I wouldn't pull it out and turn it on unless I was going out in the car and going somewhere. That's the only time we use our cell phones. We don't use them to call and talk to people. The only people that have our cell phone number are family, which doesn't call that often, and doctors and such like that, pharmacies. Other than that, nobody has our cell phone numbers because we don't use our cell phones, for that kind of thing. Anyway. What I was going to say, we still have a landline. The landline rings constantly, and it's 9 out of 10 times it's trying to sell us some kind of Medicare program. It's just constant. We never answer the phone, and we look and see, and it's nobody we know. We don't answer it. Random idiots from Texas. Oh yeah, Scorp's got my phone number. And Scorp's got my number. Okay, now I'm going to try to see if I can coordinate this so it goes the opposite way. On this field, so I can double the plow job.
Oh yeah.
Patrick, how you doing, bud? And cheers. All right, now let's see if I can do the same thing here. And it's something like that. And then I'll wait and see what this guy's going to do. Out in the field, the other plow. Yeah, that's what we heard, Patrick. I watched a show yesterday. It's a scientist that does, well, she's an archivist and she's a professor. And she went to seminary, which is, theology, not to become a priest, but as an academic scientist. So she's been to the cemetery. She's got a degree, and instead of becoming a priest or that kind of thing, she's an archivist. So she archives historical stuff, and I don't even know if she believes in whether she's a Christian or not. For sure. I think she is, because she mentioned something about what in the heck is going on? Stop. Am I gonna have to turn my phone off? She mentioned something in the podcast about archiving so much of this stuff that you can't help believe in some of this. And but she doesn't really say whether she's a Christian or not. Anyway, the whole point of it is she's talking about getting permission to go to the Vatican and go down into the deep, dark archives, and what that was kind of like. Cook me a dog. Let's see what happens here. But she's come to the conclusion that her and some of the other scientists that the Antichrist is not necessarily a person, because the Bible says that they will be a false prophet that empowers the Antichrist. But it doesn't say whether it's a person or not, per se. And so her and some other scientists are thinking that the Antichrist is actually going to be social media. And the reason they're thinking that is because how better to influence the world than to influence it over technology? Because there's a certain amount of Christians in the world that are waiting for, the end times and stuff. But there's a lot of people that don't believe. Well, how do you get them under your control? Well, everybody's on social media, so that would be a way to do it. It's pretty interesting. It's about a 3-hour podcast that I watched yesterday. It had a lot of interesting stuff in it, but stuff to think about. Okay, so this guy's working from this end, up and down, up and down. The other one is working from the other end, but kind of bypassed a patch there. I don't know why. But I think that it does that, and it will get picked up. Like, I'm thinking what it's going to do is when it gets to the end, it's going to turn to the left, pick that up, and then it won't know where to go, so it'll start back over here, where it's left off here, I think. It'd be interesting to find out. Carol's trying to kill me, by the way. She brought these in to me yesterday. This is candy corn. It's almost pure sugar. And I can't stop eating them. And I'm gonna die. It's gonna kill me. I don't know why she does that. Okay, see, that's what it's doing. It's gonna come pick this patch up now. Anyway, she does that all the time. I'm diabetic. You shouldn't be buying me candies like this. And sweet things and cookies and cakes. All right, thanks, Jeff. All right, now I don't know what to work on next, but we do have different fields at different stages. I'm trying to figure out what this guy's gonna do. So let's move around and check these other fields. Now I'm up against a forest here, which is lumberjacking or lumberjilling, and so my next step is going to have to be moving up and buying this end over here, because I don't own any of this. I don't own any of this. So I either go up here and start buying this property to tag into my property down here, or I have to go across a river, because I have to go across a river here and I have to go across a river there. So I think rather than cross the river, it's probably going to be better for me to start moving up on that end over there and buying up the property, so I can be some kind of a baron. I don't own this field. I could buy this one. It's got peas on it, and they're growing. How much is this one? Oh, wait a minute. Do I own that one? Before I do this, I think I do. Yeah, I do, and it's corn. All right, so maybe I should buy this one first. And let's see. What's it gonna cost me? $1.5 million. And so that's about half what I have. And then I'll have peas to do. I gotta take a pee in the corner in the lower 40. D.W. Cobb, my wife has just given up on controlling what I eat with my diabetes. I take pretty good care of myself. I'm doing pretty good. Hey, Scorp's having a brisket sandwich and a side of tater salad. Well, I don't know. I've was diagnosed with diabetes when I was in my 40s. I had a stroke at 42, and that's when they told me that they think that I had diabetes, and they think that's what caused the stroke, but they couldn't prove it in a court of law. But and the interesting part of that story is, I'd been going in once a year to see my regular doctor to have tests because I thought I was getting diabetes, and he kept telling me no, I wasn't. And then I had a stroke, and they said, "Did you know you have diabetes?" And I said, "I just asked my doctor 2 weeks ago, and he said no." And so consequently, I came home and immediately got a new doctor. So, and it was a diabetes doctor, so it was a specialist. Anyway, so I'm 73. So that was 30 years ago. And I didn't take care of myself very good during my working years. I've been retired for about 13 years now. Since I've been retired, I've taken really good care of myself because I have time to watch it and to pay attention. Thing of it is, over the years, I learned that my best bet is that I have to take care of myself. If I don't watch what I eat and pay attention to what it's doing to me, then who else is going to do it? But so I'm pretty careful. I eat when I'm supposed to. I eat 2 meals a day. I eat lunch at noon. If it's noon, I'm going to eat something. Regardless of what it is, doesn't matter. I pay attention to what it is, and I eat accordingly. If it's something that's got sugar in it, then I eat a smaller amount. For example, if I'm having pasta or rice, both of those things, when cooked, turn to simple sugar. So when you eat pasta or rice, a diabetic is supposed to undercook it. You don't cook it, because the longer you cook it, the more it turns to simple sugar. So when you certain kind of foods, you learn over the years what I can eat, what I can't eat, how much I need to eat. But I eat on a regular basis. I eat at noon, and I then eat again between 5 and 6 o'clock in the afternoon. And then I don't eat again until noon the next day. And I pay attention to what I eat. So if I'm eating pasta, I'll have lesser than it would be if I ate, a steak or anything else that's not sugary. And I take care of myself. And I've got this thing in my arm that tells me what my blood sugars are. So that's what you've heard beeping, because for some reason today's the day I'm supposed to replace it, so I think it's starting to get weak. Yep, there it goes again. It can't find my thing because it's dying. I need to put a new one in. It lasts for 15 days. But it's hooked to my arm, and you can see the meter there of what my blood sugars are doing. It's constant throughout the day, 24 hours a day. It tells me what I'm doing. Interestingly enough, the last 2 years, my blood sugars have been within my range I'm supposed to be in 99% of the time, until the doctor appointment I had 2 months ago, where he said I was 100%. And I go to the doctor every 3 to 4 months. And he said, yeah, this last time, for the last 4 months, you've been 100% in your range. So I'm pretty careful. And I know what I can eat and how much to eat and when to eat and that kind of thing. And like I say, if nobody else is going to take care of me, I got to do it myself. DW says it's been 2 years. Are you middle-aged? Oh, you lost your lower right leg due to diabetes? Yeah, that's the scary part. DW said to finger prick, and Streamlabs is telling him to quit cussing. That's hilarious. Oh, God. Does anybody else see what DW just wrote, or is it just me? It didn't delete it, did it? So DW said the doctor wants him to get one of the meters that I'm using, but he says he's good with the finger prick meters. This is not a meter. It's a sensor that hooks into your arm and sends a signal to your phone of what your blood sugars are doing. And so there's Andy, there's Nick. Hey, guys. Thanks for joining me. Prick is a word. It is. I've pricked my finger. And
Oh
it's even a word
yeah.
that Scorpion won't tell you, but he's a prick. Everybody else will tell you, though. Poor Scorp. I'm always picking on Scorp. Oh, I'm doing okay, Nick. Thanks for asking.
All right.
See, that's one of the things that I worry about. DW said that he lost part of a leg from diabetes. And that's the thing you have to worry about. Diabetes is one of those things. Back in the day, they used to call it a death sentence when you got diabetes. They also would say that doctors would dance a jig when they got a patient that had diabetes, because that means that they've got a patient for life. And it's somebody that is constantly having to, you know, be at the doctor. But there's a reason for that. That diabetes, the blood sugars and stuff, what it does, it affects every organ, because it affects your system, your blood and stuff. Like it affects the blood vessels in your extremities, in your heart, in everywhere else. Is what it damages. So it's, you know, you can have multiple problems. You can lose your eyesight. With the fingers, the numbness in your fingers and toes, your extremities, and your eyes, it's because of the blood vessels. They're teeny, tiny little blood vessels in your eyes. And as your extremities go, you know, your blood vessels are pretty good size through your arms and legs and through your body. But when it gets to your fingers, they've got to get very small. And what diabetes does is it makes those blood vessels brittle, and they can break and that kind of thing. I mean, that's what happens with your eyes. If you get a blood vessel in your eye that breaks, it'll fill your eye full of blood and you're blind. If your extremities, your blood vessels in your extremities, like your fingers and toes, as they get brittle and you're not getting circulation to those body parts, and that's what happens. You lose feet, you lose legs, and things like that. It's pretty sad. Yeah, Nick, it happens. Well, we lost Nick for a while. He just came back recently. It's just stuff that happens with the internet, with YouTube, with Twitch, those kinds of things. You'll get people that become regulars, and you know, eventually they move on, and you know, things like that happen. It's kind of like something that you do that's a habit. Okay, okay, I'll give you an example. It's kind of like exercise. So I'm going to exercise every day because I have health problems, I have weight problems, I have whatever problems you have. So I'm going to start exercising every day. Okay, right? So I go exercise every day. You get up this morning, and what's your exercise? Oh, I'm going to walk. I'm going to walk for 5 miles or 2 miles or 3 miles every day. Okay, so you wake up this morning, it's raining like hell, or it's snowing outside. Oh, I can't walk today. It's okay, I'll do it tomorrow. Well, tomorrow comes around and you find another excuse. And then the next day comes around and there's a different excuse. And the next thing you know, you're not walking anymore. You're not doing that. Well, it's the same way with YouTube. You start watching somebody and you watch them, and you know, and then one day you miss for whatever reason. And then the next day, next day, and it's not every day. Not everybody, you know, has a daily show. You know, mine is only twice a week. So, what happens next Tuesday if you're at a doctor appointment? You miss my show. Well, you miss a few of them, and pretty soon you forget about me, and you move on. It happens. As a matter of fact, if you watch me and you hear me say that my YouTube page is dying, that's what I'm talking about. I got 5,000 subscribers, but there's no way that there's 5,000 people still watching me. It just doesn't happen. And it's not just me. Every YouTube page is like that. You get somebody that's got 2 million subscribers, and they only have like 100,000 people watching them at any one time out of 2 million. So all right, these guys are almost done. Matter of fact, that guy is done. Let's get him stopped here. So I've been pretty lucky. You know, I've got people that've been with me the whole time I've been on. Andy, Scorpion. There's people that have been on the whole time I've done this, which is about, well, I started when I retired, so going on 13 years. And Nick. Can't forget about Nick. We are family. Is that what you're singing? Okay, so now we've got that plowed. I should now be able to see if I can lime it. Because remember, it wouldn't let me lime it. Was that the Family Stone, Sly and the Family Stone or something like that? Well, that's my kind of song, Simple Minds. Carol had stuff playing last night when I went to bed. She doesn't usually put music on because it keeps her awake. I play music every night and puts me to sleep. But Carol doesn't usually listen to music. And she had music playing, and she had, the song that was going when I was Patsy Cline, and I said, "What you listening to?" And she says, "Well, I was listening to Nat King Cole." And so then it's on Spotify, so Spotify's playing these old, and she said, "Who's that?" And I'll say such and such. Oh, she says, "That sounds like Nat King Cole." And I said, "No, that's not Nat King Cole. That's Engelbert Humperdinck." "Are you sure?" "I don't think so." And then I asked Alexa. Yeah, she's listening. All right, she went away. I asked her, and she said, "Yep, it's Engelbert Humperdinck." And she said, "I haven't heard him in a long time." And I said, "Yeah, he was big about the same time Tom Jones was." But I said, "Here's the funny part. I can't remember what it is, but Engelbert Humperdinck is not his real name." And so I asked what his real name was, and then I still don't remember because it's not him. He's Engelbert Humperdinck, whatever he was born with, like Donald McDonald or something like that. But here's the question. If you're changing your name, why would you pick Engelbert Humperdinck? That's the name he picked. It's not his real name. How do you come up with that? Kind of like Hamish McDougal. How'd you come up with Hamish McDougal? And I know how he came up with it because I came up with it. We were talking to one day about internet and how you don't really know people on internet. You don't really know them. For one thing, you know me by an hour or two on a live stream once or twice a week. There's a whole lot of time I'm alive in between that you don't know anything about me. I have a camera on so you can see me. But before everybody thought I was 35 years old, 35 years old. I'm in my 70s. But they couldn't see me. But so we were talking about not knowing. I said, for all we know, Andy, we don't know if Andy Tom is his real name. He could be a 20-year-old woman in her grandma's basement, for all we know. He could be Hamish McDougal. So, anyway, Amish girls are hot. They stink a bit, but they're hot. Well, they're not allowed to use deodorant, I suppose. They bathe with lye soap or something like that. And I'm not really sure. Some people say Amish, some say Amish. I do both. I'll say Amish sometimes in Amish, but I think it's Amish. Is Andy in a basement? No, Andy's in a brewery. Andy's our resident brewmaster. Well, as you see, it's laying down the lime now, which it wouldn't do before. So we got that going. That should take care of that field, and we just need to plant it. God, I got so dang much equipment. It's unbelievable. So I'm going to set this guy here. We're going to grab him and get him off the field before he gets limed. I don't even know where he's at. Where in the heck am I? Jeremy's in the house. Hey, Jeremy. Jeremy, are you still playing Farmer's Dynasty? Yeah, that's true. The camera shows. There's a guy that I watch. He does live streams on Red Dead Redemption. He's Russian, but he lived in Ukraine until that war started, and he got out of the country. And I know where he's at now, but I don't know. But he's not in Ukraine or Russia anymore. But he's got a very thick Russian accent. And he speaks good English. He speaks as good English as I speak, because I don't speak English. I speak American. But it's very broken English. And it's funny because, like me, he's got a camera on himself when he live streams. So you can see him, and you can see me, and you can see me talking, and you can hear what I'm saying. So he's getting DMs and things in his chat asking him to stop using the fake Russian AI voice because they're tired of hearing it all over the YouTube. he's not using the AI. It's his own voice. So now he's confused because, well, is somebody else using my voice? Because these people think that they're hearing it all over the internet, and they think it's a fake AI voice. And that's not the first time I've heard that. There's a guy on the internet that's British, and he reads classic horror stories, classic, he's a writer as well, and he reads some of his own stuff. And he's always being accused of using AI voice, and it's him. Now, he has a camera that occasionally he'll be on, but the majority of it, he's just reading his story, and he does it for people to go to sleep by, and that kind of stuff. He's just reading a story, so you don't have to watch the video. There's nothing to watch. It'd be a picture or something, and so there's really nothing to watch. So you put it on, you listen to it while you're playing a game or something like that. But constantly he's being accused because he's actually doing a pretty good job. Unlike me, I'm no voice actor, and on my Final Fantasy videos, I'm voice acting on there. Not very good. Obviously, you can tell I'm just reading. So I'm no voice actor. I couldn't do it. And but this guy is good enough reading his own stories and other stories that he could be a voice actor. And so, but he's constantly being accused of being an AI when it's just his own voice. I don't understand how they can do that, or how they think that's the case, because I can instantly tell you when it's an AI voice. You can tell. Some of them sound robotic. Their grammar is terrible. Their punctuation is really bad. All right, now what's it going on? Parking brake? Oh, I forgot what the parking brake was. There it is. It's the number pad on your keyboard. Enter. Number pad. It's the enter on the number pad that does a parking brake. Why? I don't know. Robert, how you doing? Grandpa Scorp? Scorp's not old enough to be a grandpa. His son just barely graduated high school, and his daughter's still in high school. All right, where am I going? I need to pick up some potatoes for the potato chips. Potato chip factory's empty, which reminds me, I've got a little bit of money left after buying that field. I got a couple million. I can, I just missed my farm, didn't I? I can upgrade some of my factories. Maybe I should upgrade the potato chip factory, because I don't think it makes very much. Where's that car behind me? I thought there was a car behind me. What did I hit? I hit something. Oh no, oh no. Oh, I hit that. There's an invisible barrier here that I keep hitting. Robert, how's your Tuesday? All right, let's grab some taters. taters. Back in the 90s, there was a mom and dad 14-year-old. Wow, that's tragic. Yeah, I love to watch my truck. Where's my big truck? There's my big truck. Look at that one. It's like being on one of those choppers where the handlebars were way up here. Look at this gear shift. It's huge. And this truck's got about 20 gears. I don't know. Okay, there's reverse. There's first gear. There's reverse. First. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Uh-oh. I had to shift down. I lost my road. I don't know how many gears this thing has in it. It's got quite a few. I'm a hazard to the traffic. Oh, God. Where'd you learn how to drive? What? You have to learn how to drive? Evidently, I haven't. Thank God I didn't drive like this when I used to drive long-haul truck. Those things are expensive. I got my tanker on. I'm just going to park it right here. Let's see how we're doing on potatoes. What is going on here? Oh, he's done. Sorghum. I don't remember planting sorghum. All right, DW. I don't think it's going to take that many potatoes, so, well, I'll let it go. Because we need potatoes in the, where was I using potatoes? Vodka. We need potatoes in the vodka factory, I think. Well, we don't need it. We use potatoes in the vodka factory. I don't know if it needs any or not. Hey, I got a message from Taco Bell. Taco Bell. Where you been? It's Taco Tuesdays. How come you weren't here? That's what they tell me. Man, these things steer terrible. was that?
Got a message from Addie.
Where was I going with this? Okay, I'm going to put some in the potato factory first, and then if there's room in the vodka factory, we'll put the rest there. What did it take? Oh, it took more than I thought it would. Huh. Wow, it took a lot more than I thought it would. Maybe I don't need to upgrade that. All right, well, there's the pickup. Here's the dump. I have to take a dump right here with the potatoes. We'll take a potato dump. And it didn't take very much. Okay. We'll put the rest back in storage. I don't like growing potatoes, so since I have some, I'm gonna, rather than sell them, I'm gonna store them. So we'll have some on hand. Dryer's done. Who's doing laundry? Jeff, are you doing laundry? Is that it? Am I done dumping? Okay. Let's go see what we got going now. I'm getting too many fields to keep track of now. All right, so starting here, we've got, well, that's weird. I thought I seeded this. Evidently I didn't. Needs lime. All right. I only have one lime raider, so let's go get him. Oh, he's not done. He's just finishing up, though. Alexa, how old was Dolly Parton?
Dolly Parton was 80 years old when she passed away today.
80? I always thought she'd get better than that. So she's only 7 years older than me. See, that's the scary part. Is it? Sweet. I'm kind of thirsty. All right, we need looking for something sparkly. So, I think I'm gonna have a Code Red, or maybe, Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. If I can find one. Where did I put them? All right. Okay, hey, yeah. So, we're going to soup du jour today is going to be Mountain Dew Code Red. Load it up. Pop a top. Take a sip. Oh, that's cold. I'm finally getting used to the back to the diet. I thought I made a mistake, and that'll set the cat off, though. Cat don't care. Cat don't care whether it's regular Mountain Dew, Diet Mountain Dew, Code Red, Voltage. Cat don't care. Cat just wants caffeine. So we got the cat going. There you go. Soup du jour. Drink them if you got them. It took me a month. I was drinking Code Red with sugar in it. And I keep sodas on hand that have sugar in them because sometimes my sugars will dive. Like at night, in the middle of the night, my alarm's going off and my sugar's down in the 50s or something, and I need something right now to get the sugars back up, and that's why I keep soda, because it's liquid and if I eat something, it takes time for the sugar to get digested. So I'll keep a soda. So I fell in love with Code Red because cherry flavor is my favorite. And then I decided I had to stop because I was drinking it when I wasn't supposed to. And that's silly to keep my blood sugars going boing, up and down. So I told Carol, I'm going to stop buying that because I'm drinking it all the time now instead of when I need it. And so somebody online here told me, hey, why don't you do Diet Code Red? And I said, well, because our stores don't have it. And we looked, and there's none. Our stores here, because I live in Podunk on the coast, Podunk, Oregon, and we can't get a lot of stuff that everybody else gets. So I got on Amazon. Somebody said, go on Amazon, you can order it. So I did. I ordered a couple cases. I got one, I popped it, and I drank it, and it didn't taste good. It didn't taste like my Code Red that I got used to drinking because it's diet now. And it tasted like, whoa. It tasted like somebody peed in my can. And so I thought, oh, man, I just wasted money buying that Code Red, and I'm not going to drink that. It tastes like, it doesn't taste like it's supposed to taste. So a month and a half has gone by, and just last week, I popped the top on what I thought was a cherry 7-Up. And it was a Code Red that I had in the fridge. And I thought, wow, that tastes pretty good. And I looked at it. It had been long enough that I forgot what it was supposed to taste like. So it actually is tasting pretty good again because I'm getting used to the diet taste again. It's that,
Anybody that doesn't drink diet sodas, when they first drink a diet, they say, "Oh, ew, what's that?" Because it doesn't taste right. It has a taste to it. The diet, the diet sweetener has a taste to it. And if you're used to sugar, which we shouldn't be, I shouldn't be drinking anything at all. We've been through this discussion before. Orange juice helps. Yeah, here's the problem. I have grandkids that live with me, and they drink everything in sight. If I have orange juice, there's no way I'm going to get any. They come down at 11 o'clock midnight after I go to bed and guzzle it all down. And then nobody will fess up to doing it. All right, who drank my orange juice? That was for my diabetes. Not me. I didn't do it. I didn't do it either. I guess it just disappeared then, I guess. Oh, where was I supposed to go with this? That field over there. Yeah, so I can't keep juices here. I can't, and that's the one reason that I stopped drinking sugared soda, because the kids will come in and drink it when I'm not looking, and then in the middle of the night my blood sugars dive and I go look for one. They're all drank. They've drank them all, and I can't get them to stop because nobody's doing it. They're not doing it. All right, this is lime, so this is what we need. Let's get the limerator going. Oh, it won't take long on this field. God, it's getting hot in here. Fridge lock time, I know. They'd break it. They'd break the lock. How come my lock's broke? I didn't do it. Addie's really bad. Addie is really bad. I can walk in the kitchen and she's got a can of my soda and she's drinking it, and I walk in and she sets it down. What were you drinking? Nothing. You drinking my soda? No. Well, what's that? I don't know. It was there when I got here. She'd lie right to your face as she's drinking it in front of you. Everybody says that you're spoiling your grandkids. I say, yeah, I know. Why are you doing it? Because I've only got a couple of years left to live. Come on. I'm 73 years old. Who knows? Who knows? I want to do stuff for my grandkids. You're not doing them any favors. And I said, well, what can I say? She'll be next teen. Yeah, she'll be 18 in just a couple weeks. Yeah, not me. Yeah. They wanted me to name the kids Damn It. Damn it. Get in the house. It's raining. Damn it. Take out the garbage. DW, you still here? Oh yeah, he just said not me. Anyone named not me. Um, you say you lost part of a leg. Do you have anything to replace it? I had a friend of mine was a high school teacher and he had diabetes, and we used to commiserate all the time. And he lost one of his legs, and they put one of those things that looks like a I don't know how to explain it. It kind of looks like a spring that he replaced his leg, and eventually the diabetes got to him, but I used to have a kid. Well, I say a kid because, he was probably in his late 20s, early 30s, was diabetic, and he had one of the pumps, and you know, be having diseases and having medical problems, things like that. I don't think much about that. To me, I'm pretty healthy. And people say, "How do you say that?" Because you've got you've got heart problems. You've had a stroke. I've had a couple of heart attacks. I had open heart surgery. I've got diabetes. How can you say that? And because I am. There's people got a lot worse things than I've got. I feel pretty good. I feel pretty healthy. I take care of myself. Try to do most of what my doctors tell me to do. I don't agree with a lot of stuff they tell me to do, but I still do it. But I think I'm in pretty good shape. I mean, I just got to the doctor last week, and I had to fill out a form, and it asks you what kind of shape do you feel you're in health wise? Good. I'm in good shape. But the thing is, when I talk to people about diabetes, and so the kid that I knew that had the pump, I felt that his diabetes was worse than mine. How do you do that though? Diabetes is bad. There's no good. There's no mine is better than yours. It doesn't work like that. If you're diabetic, you've got a problem that you need to take care of. You've got a health problem you need to take care of. There's no good and bad, but you think that way. Some people do. I kind of do. Think about, well, his is worse than mine. Well, it's all bad. Hang on a sec. I gotta do something real quick. I'm back. Sorry about that. Hang on, I'm here. Don't go. FedEx was at the door, and I'm expecting some medication, and it needs to be refrigerated, so I didn't want to leave it out on the porch in 70-degree weather. So anyway, you call it a bionic leg. It's just a regular prosthetic. It's what they call a starter prosthetic. I joke I'm on my last leg. It's good to have a good sense of humor. Well, see, the friend of mine, the school teacher, had it was like a metal thing that came down. It kind of curved. I can't explain it. It looked like a spring though, like it had a little bit of spring to it, a little bit. Hard to say. It was curved, and I can't explain it. I'd have to look it up. Say this is it right here. Anyway, lost my controller here. Right, let's go check now. This one needs seeding. God, that's a big field. I swear I thought I seeded this, but evidently I didn't. Let's go find my seeder or my planter. Am I underwater? There's one. I do have two of these. The old JCB needs a bath. That's for more active people. Yeah, he was pretty active because he had diabetes. He was trying to really exercise quite a little bit, and keep it down. All right, this is the field to the right of me. I think that needs planting. I just have to decide what to plant. I'm not quite sure what I need to plant. Looks like I was doing sorghum. You know what? I don't think I have soybeans. I haven't planted soybeans in a long time. Maybe I should, just for a cash crop. Although I usually do corn for a cash crop. Maybe I'll do corn. I like to do corn because I dry the corn and sell it as dried corn sells a lot more than regular corn. So. Oh, dang it, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I hate when I do that. Yeah. Well, this one's specially modified. It's a planter, but it's also a seeder. And not only that, it's a roller. So if you're playing a farm that needs to have the crops rolled, this will do it, even though you can't see the roller. All right. Okay, let's see. Let's figure this out here. We want to do. It's already on headland. Okay, that's good. Let's see if it actually knows what it's supposed to do. What I meant to do was this,
and change it to soybeans. No, corn. I like doing corn. I make a lot of money doing corn because I dry it. I have a corn dryer. All right, who's working? Lori's working, even though she's not here. All right. Now, there was another field that needs to be done, so let's see. And I did it again. Rats. Why I keep doing that? I keep hitting the wrong key. What's a happening? Why won't it? What's on the ground? Those should be seeds. Why is it not picking them up? There. Hey, Frank's here. Frank's at work and listening. Frank is a professional lurker. Multi-fruit 40.95. I can't remember. Let's see. We'll look in the garage. See what's in the garage. It's the Kins Blue Drive SP. So I don't know if there's a number on it. No! Don't do that! Dang it! Stop! Man, I've messed it up royal now. All right. Yeah, I've got several of these planters. Seeding planters. All right, so there's the 4905 Blue Drive. So this one is based on that. It is a 4905. It's just a special one. Like I say, this one has the ability to have it roll, and then I've got a mod that makes it go faster, and it's modded to be a planter and a seeder, so I can do potatoes, beets, corn, all the grains. I can do everything with this. Now I got to figure out which field it needs to work in. Not that one. Was there a new field I bought? Now I'm lost. Hang on. Let's check. Okay, this one's the one I bought, and it's already seeded with peas. This one I just limed, so this one needs to be done. All right, here we go. We'll go work this one. Woo, woo, woo. All right, woo-hoo, hullabaloo. It's one of my favorite shows. Darby O'Gill and the Little People. Had James Bond in it. Uh-oh, there's them damn pigs again. Where's my dog? My dog's supposed to be keeping them pigs away, but he doesn't. He's too lazy. I love that light bar. It's cool. You can change the colors on it, but I don't know how. I suppose you have to do it when you buy it. All righty. Let's see here. First of all, let's check and make sure I've got it set up the way I want it. Okay. And then let her go. Who's doing this? Matthew. Is Matthew here? Matt, are you here? Matt's doing corn today. The dog is using. He is, because he won't even fetch a ball. I put a basketball down. He won't do anything with it. He's too lazy to hump your leg even. Okay, these have crops. This one's got sorghum. Did I not buy this one? I don't think I did. Yeah, Katie still owns this one. It's harvested. I looked at this last week, didn't I, and said that I was waiting for her to plant this before I bought it. I don't know if I have enough money left. I only have $2 million left, so let's see. It's 14. Oh, this one's cheap. I can buy that, but I'm not going to buy it until Katie plants it. I'm waiting. She needs to lime it and plant it, and then I'll buy it. You go, Katie. Whoever Katie is. Katie bar the door. What's going on here? Oh, he's still working. He's still waking. I didn't realize I had potatoes. When did I plant the potatoes? I don't remember. Soybeans. All right, well, I neglect my animals. Maybe I should take a look at the animals and see if they need anything. No, they got food and a little water. So they're doing okay. They're getting full because they can't poo. The poo thing doesn't work. I think it's because this is an open range meadow, and I don't think that this was modified for the meadow. This modified for a pasture. So it's not acknowledging that there's a dump there, a poo dump. Okay. Well, I'm kind of in between. I got to wait till these guys get their job done before I can do anything.
That's a big field right there. This one is a big field. 95.8, 95.08. And before, this was my big field. And it's 166 land area. Field area is 156 acres. This is a big field. Before I bought this one was the big field, and it's only 32. So what the hey? 67, that's a pretty good sized field. 35, 43. Yeah, 95, that's a pretty good sized field. What about this one? Over here. This one is not mine. I don't own this, but it's 108 acres, so it's pretty good size too. This is big enough to have its own fog. Look at that. I hate that fog. Yeah, well, it's got a bridge that runs through it. That's sweet, I guess. That's a good thing to know. I didn't realize that because I was saying I didn't want to buy across the river because I got nowhere to get there. No way to get there. But evidently there's a bridge I didn't know about right there. Sweet. Can't throw his ball since 22. All right, while they're doing field work, let's go check the production. See what we got going over here. Okay. Hey, we got coffee beans being done. And we've got onions being grown. And nothing here. Nothing there. Nothing up my sleeve. Okay, there's some chili peppers being grown. And we got honey being made. And we're making vodka and beer. Let's see if we got corn. I don't think so. Dried corn, we got a little bit. 149. That's not very much. Well, we're actually roasting some coffee. And we're making potato chips. Chili potato chips. And we're making kimchi. All right. And if we need money, I do have stuff in storage. So, let's see. We actually got quite a bit of stuff in storage. Isn't that the Napa cabbage there? Napa cabbage. What's that? Is that cabbage? That's cabbage. Okay. We got oil. What kind of oil is that? Canola. And then honey. We got a little bit of honey in storage. More oil up there. God, we got more oil than I thought we did. Lots of chili peppers. Garlic. White granulated sugar. What do I need the sugar for? I don't remember. I'm not using sugar. I guess I could start baking something and use up the sugar. All right. Well, we got plenty of stuff in storage. I was thinking, I'll probably keep some of this until such time as I need money, and then I'll bring it down and sell it. Because I don't need it for the production, because I've already got stuff growing over here for the production. And look at all the honey I got over there. We're all sweetened up. with honey. You got a lot of honey because there's honeybees up above like right here we got chili peppers. The second row is chili peppers. The third row is all beehives. So we got plenty of honey going. You can hear them too. Can you see them? Yeah, there they go. You can actually see them. Sweet. Close the door to keep me in. Doesn't keep me in really because these things when they automatically open and close the windows when they need air or if it's bad weather, that kind of thing. Or so they say. So they say. Okay. Wonder how our diesel's going. I should probably check. Coffee, 300% diesel. We got plenty of diesel. Are we making two kinds of chips? I thought I was only making chili chips. Let's see. Commodity shed. Artisan chilies. Okay, potatoes, chili peppers, and canola. Well, maybe it just looks different. Something is... It must have two sides to the carton or something, because that just says tater chips and that says chili chips. Huh. Well, there it is. Are they done yet? I want to speed time up so stuff will grow, because that's why I don't have production. I've got the time set. If you look above me here, the time is set as 0.5, which means pretty much it's real time. So if I'm playing here for 2 hours, 2 hours have went by in the game. If I kick it up, 2 hours might be 2 weeks if I sleep it off. And this is going to take a while for this guy. I might have to bring the other planter over and double this up, which I probably should have done in the first place. Yeah, as you can see, I put one spread of fertilizer down, which fertilized it at 50%, and then the seeder or planter is giving it another 50% up to 100%. So that way, if I've limed and fertilized and plowed and then seed, it'll be all set at 100%. So there you go. Hey, there's Matt. Matt, you're working one of these planters right here. I think this one. I can't remember. That's Lori. She's doing this field. And there's Matt. He's working. Matt's working the big field. You got a lot of work in front of you, Matt. This thing's huge, this field. Oh no, I just fired Matt accidentally. No, did I? I didn't, did I? Oh God, Matt, I'm sorry. Miss Nelson took over. Well, you got out of that, Matt. Drink a soup du jour and take a day off, I guess. I hate when I do that. You love to plant in the game? I just ruined his day. That reminds me of the time I was driving in I can't remember which one it was. It was either Truck Simulator America or Euro Truck Simulator. One of the two. I was driving and I got ran over by a damn train. But it didn't really happen. It was just all in it was a bad dream, and I had a premonition about getting hit by a train. It's pretty funny, though. My funniest video, in my opinion, was the Cops video, where I did an episode of Cops on the farm. That was pretty funny. The only thing you'll plow in the game. We got a little bit of sunshine today, but it's not that warm. Alexa, what's the temperature?
It's 64 degrees right now, with a high of 65 and low of 57 today.
Yeah, it's about normal for our summer, 60s, in the 60s. We don't get very warm here, even if it's sunny, which it is today. There's some wispy clouds out there, but it is sunny, and there's a breeze blowing pretty hard, though. Alexa, is there a breeze today? Oh, she's not listening. Alexa, is there a breeze today?
Yep, there's definitely a breeze today. You've got a 16-mile-per-hour wind coming from the south-southwest right now, with gusts up to 27 miles per hour.
Yeah, I know. Summer's almost over. I hate it. We live across the street from the grade school. That means the school's going to be people driving in our driveway all day long, dropping off kids, picking them up, screaming kids across the street. I have mixed feelings about that. At times, it's kind of where they're screaming all the time, and it's a little irritating. At other times, I look at it like this. It's life going on outside, and it's good to hear. I kind of enjoy hearing the kids screaming. Well, not really, but you know what I mean. It's just an indication that life is going on out there. Although when I was a kid, we didn't scream like that. These kids nowadays, when you drove by a school when I was a kid, you'd hear kids yelling at each other, playing baseball, hit a home run, run, get the next base, slide. That's what you'd hear. Nowadays, it sounds like somebody's skinning them, alive. They scream bloody. Hey, Ben, how are you? Long time no see. I hope you're doing well. Let's go check on the other one. Where is it? Over here. Man, that's a big field. That's my small field. That's the big field right there. The one with the lime on it. Okay, this one's almost done. The Alger glitch for you. Look at that graphical glitch. Yeah, I'm doing great. Thanks, Ben. Good to hear from you. Every once in a while, I'll get a message or something from one of the gang that used to play Elite Dangerous with me. They tried to get me. They tried to get me on another one of the galactic trips that they had this last summer, recently, within this last year. I thought about it. I thought about going on and doing it, and then I just never got around to it. None of my ships or none of my HOTUSes are set up for it anymore, and That one big HOTUS I had, I bought a HOTUS that was like 3 pieces, $500 a piece. So I had about $1,500 wrapped up in it. It took me a year to get that thing set up for some of the ships I was flying. I have a cheaper one here that'd be easier to hook up, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. One last strip on that one, and then there's still quite a bit on this one. I might have to pull that other seeder over here and see if I can get it working to help this guy out. That's a big field. 95 acres. This one's 156 acres. That's all corn. Logged in June and was 12K light years from the bubble, and still didn't have a suit for walks. So I flew all the way back and then left again. Really? I should do that. I talk to CGI once in a while. CGI will call me on the phone once in a while, and they go in and play every once in a while, I guess. All right, let's grab this and run over to that other field. Yeah, school's almost ready to start. Scorpion said Texas has already been in school for a couple of weeks. I think ours starts on the 31st, so next week, is it? Our school starts. I hate it. I don't hate it. I don't hate anything, but I don't. Is this? I'm lost. Where's my farm? Okay, come on, school bus. Hurry up. I thought I was already on this side of the highway. That's what confused me. But I'm going that way. That big field that's got the lime on it down there. Ba-boom, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I goofed up when I quit playing. I goofed up. I didn't leave enough money in my fleet carrier, and so it got destroyed on me. If it runs out of fuel or money, you had to pay a monthly fee on those things. If you ran out of that, then the game would just take your ship back and destroy it. And so I lost several millions of dollars that I paid for that ship from that. But then I'm still not playing, so I've still got enough money if I go in there to buy another one. UK schools start back September 4th September. Yeah, normally our schools start back after Labor Day, but Labor Day's late this year. I think Labor Day, isn't it on the 8th this year? And so they're not waiting that long. They're going ahead and going for it on the 31st. Yeah, something like that, but I didn't leave enough money in it when I quit playing. I didn't even think about it. I just one day logged off and didn't log back on. What's he doing? What are you doing? I don't know what he's doing. Well, first of all, I need to check. Is he set up for... Yeah, he is. Okay. I mean, I had plenty of money. I had billions of dollars. I just didn't think about it. And then a year or two later, I went and looked and I didn't have it anymore. And I thought, oh man, I forgot to leave money in it. I don't even think I know how to play now. I quit playing before you could walk outside the ships. So I don't know anything about the air suits that you've got or anything. And they have a different space buggy too now that they didn't have when I played. Okay, what you doing? What's he doing? Oh, he's thinking about it. San Francisco, the Bay Area, a couple weeks ago. Yeah, it's less and less than it used to be. When I was a kid, we got out the whole month of June, July, and August. It was a whole 3 months that we got out. Now they've got teachers' days and sick days and winter weather days, and so you never know when school's going to start and end. They supposedly had this thing where teachers' work day, and so there was no school for the kids, and the teachers were supposed to have a day so they could catch up on all the work they had to do, but they didn't. They just took the day off. So they get all these days off, but then they have to make them up. So if you have a bad winter and you have like a week of winter weather where they can't run the buses and stuff, then you have to make that up. So it's crazy. That's kind of what I figured, Ben. That's why I never went back. I'd have to learn how to do everything again. As a matter of fact, I was now using the HOTUSes that I had, and God, I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 HOTUSes sets of all ranges in price and quality. And but I was flying. I was doing Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I had all of those that I used to use configured for Flight Simulator, and I'd have to reconfigure them all, and oh man, it was a mess. I just decided not to go back. Hey, I got a bot. I was wondering if I was going to get a bot today. I said that one day, and somebody came typing in and said, "I'm not a bot." Oh, shoot. Well, you typed something that sounded like a bot. Yeah, Ben, we kind of have that now. This last week, there's been many cars in the parking lot across the street, and the teachers, you'll see the teachers, they're hauling boxes in and getting set up. So they do the same here, and it's part of their contract. See, I used to argue with teachers because they would complain that they only get paid for 9 months out of the year. That's not true. They work on a contract. The contract is for the year. Okay, we're contracting you for the next 5 years or whatever it is, whatever the contract's for, but they're contracted for a year. They just get that year's pay for 9 months because the other 3 months they're not actually working. But the contract is for a year's salary. And so a lot of the teachers I knew would take including my wife, what she used to do would be she took the summer months and went back to school and continued your education to get a master's degree and stuff like that. And then when she when she had that, she would travel. She'd go to Great Britain. She'd go to Greece. She'd go, travel for the summer. And that was pretty cool. But these teachers complaining that they only get paid for 9 months. No. The contract that you sign and negotiate is for a year's salary that you get paid within the 9 months that you're actually physically working. Now, they don't see it that way. They say, no, teaching's terrible. We only get paid for 9 months of the year. Well, no, you have the opportunity to work the other 3 and get extra money. Now, do they get paid a correct wage? Do they get paid enough for what they do? That I don't know. I'm not one to decide that. And in most cases, I would say no, that they don't probably get enough pay. But then there's other times where I've heard of teachers getting paid, and why in the hell are they getting paid so much when the teacher over there don't make that? All I can say is you couldn't pay me enough to work with them kids, them screaming kids nowadays. You know, they're just, kids are evil nowadays. You couldn't pay me enough to be a school teacher. But then, see, it was the same thing when I was a kid. I wanted to grow up and be a cop. Well, I was the dumbest thing I'd ever thought about doing. What a scary job. Can you imagine being a policeman and stopping somebody on a freeway in the middle of the night? You don't know whether you're walking up to somebody that's got a gun in your face. And sorry, I'm just going to tell you have a light out, Yeah, it's no way. You couldn't get me you couldn't pay me enough. I don't know what this guy's doing, but he's not doing what I want him to do. But at this point, it doesn't really matter because it's time for me to go. So I'm just going to park him right here. And when we come back on Thursday, we'll hopefully finish this field up. I might let this guy run and finish this field up today. And then when we come back on Thursday, it'll be all ready. So, thank everybody for joining me today. I appreciate it. Went to get your son from school. Huh. 40,000? Well, that used to be a good salary when I was young, but anyway, thanks for joining me today. I appreciate it. Ben, it's good to see you. I hope to see everybody again on Thursday. Take care of yourselves, take care of your families, and have fun playing games. And I'll see you next time. Ta-ta for now.